Hi there, I'm Violet Van Hees and this is Grow Your Movement Freedom. Welcome. It's getting to be December, so it's Christmassy, and I thought I'd get the good Christmas backdrop here because I like this stuff. Today we're going to explore a little bit about how to get back into good function after you've had an injury. So after you've either had a surgery or you've actually fallen and hurt yourself or some kind of injury that's happened, and the tissue has had the chance to heal and now you want to get back into good function again. So we're going to look at some of how I understand that and what I think helps your body to do that quickly and well. So I'm going to use my own experience here. This fall, about 3 months ago, I had surgery on my foot. And so I've just gotten clearance to get out of the air cast 3 months later, and to start using my foot and gradually returning it to good function. So I've been doing it a little bit outside of using my foot a little bit outside of the cast, but not lots. And so I'm going to show you some stuff and talk about some stuff that I've been paying attention to, because this is how I understand how the body can return to function best and feel best about it and feel safe and good about the whole process. Okay, so first I'm going to show you the before and after of my foot. So this is what my foot looked like before the surgery. So you can see there that I had busted some ligament along the outside here. I pulled a canoe up a really steep hill, bent my foot too far, and something had gone pop, which is never a good sound in a foot, right? But over the years, we sort of left it to see if it was going to be okay on its own. But over the years, this toe had started to roll out. And this side of the foot had started to roll this way, so the big toe and the second toe could kind of do this to make a base of support, because right under the toe itself wasn't that good a base of support. So what they did to fix this is, you can see my foot here, so it's looking a lot different now than it looked then. And so they straightened out the foot here, and they kind of tied this back together with the rest of the foot over here so that this toe has got friends over here, and they reinforced this part of my arch here because this was starting to collapse. The ligaments are collapsing too much. So now as I return to function, I need to be able to help this side of the foot come back over here this way, have this toe be long, and to avoid doing what I've been doing while I've been injured. During the surgery and after the surgery, right after that, while my foot was healing, I didn't want to put any weight on the big toe line because that was all being reinforced. All those bones were realigned, pinned together, tissue was healing up in there. So when I did start to put weight on the foot, the first place I put weight on the foot was in the heel, which makes sense, right? Like that was the strongest, most reliable place in the foot. And then I could put weight along the outside of the foot because that still didn't put pressure on the inside of the foot. But the thing is, now I need to change that pattern of how I worked while I was healing up, because otherwise I might keep doing that. I might keep compensating in that way for my foot as if it's still healing up, because we're humans and we have a nervous system that learns. And if we've learned that something is really useful, it'll keep doing that unless we get the chance to learn that something else is even more useful. So how do I help my body learn something else? The best way to do it is to ease into it and allow the nervous system to feel that something else is there, that some other kind of support is there, and that support feels safe now, and that the support is reasonable inside my body, it feels okay, and that it's useful. It's even more useful than the other pattern that I've had going on. Because this other pattern I've had was really important and really good while I was hurt and while I was recovering from the surgery. But now, if I keep walking in a way where my foot is turned to the outside, if I kept putting my weight over on that part of the foot and curling the foot around, which is quite a common pattern when people have this kind of surgery, they'll do this. And so these toes kind of crunch up and everything kind of goes over here, and the foot kind of makes this kind of a shape, rather than starting to be a whole foot on the floor again. If that's what happens, then I'm going to walk in a way that compromises my ability to walk well and move well over time. So I want to change that. And in my way of learning, my way of working with people and understanding, the best way to change something is to invite the body to go gently and carefully exploring and to move in the range that feels okay. Because if your body runs into something where it feels not okay, where it doesn't feel safe, your body starts to react. It starts to brace. And the bracing, if you try to push through bracing, it's like your body's doing this and then you're trying to make it pull apart in the muscles, and that's where re-injury can happen. When you're trying to pull apart something that's trying to pull together, that's really hard inside your body, and your body experiences that, your nervous system experiences that as a bad idea. It's much nicer and much easier if you can invite things in that feel like a good idea. And then those will grow quickly. So you grow what's easy and grow that out. And your nervous system will respond to that much faster and much more easily and much more safely than if you try to push through resistance. So I'm going to give you one example here in my foot of how I'm doing that. So I'll again show you my foot and talk while I do this. There we go. There's the foot. Alrighty. So in my foot, what I've been doing is starting to really just figure out, can I put weight on the ball of the foot, right? Because my head knows that I'm supposed to be able to put weight on the ball of the foot. But my nervous system's still a little anxious about this. So what I do is I explore this and I place the foot on the ground and I feel. And I sense in my foot, is this okay? Right? So I'll put it on the ground. Is this okay? Peel it off a little bit. And you can see on the way up, it doesn't like that so much. Right? It's starting to curl to the outside. So now I'm going to shift it around a little bit so that I can lift it up right through the center and wait to see if that's okay. Because I wanted to go through the line that's actually functionally useful there. So that's what I can do there rather than pushing through where it rolls out to the side. And I'm waiting just to go to the range. So I can't go further than that right now. And back down again. And then I'll feel the ground again and feel if I can push my weight into the floor. So now I'm actually leaning onto this leg and feeling, can my leg and the foot support this weight now? And is it okay? Okay, so there's an example of how I'm doing it. And I'm waiting to hear what my foot and my body and my nervous system says is actually okay. Because then my body will go back, you know, like I can do this for a minute and then leave it alone and do this several times a day. And my body in between those sessions will kind of go, that was okay. Might do that again. Could explore a bit more. Right? That's my sense of what my nervous system's doing in the background as I explore like this. And then if it is okay, then next time I come back to my foot, 10 minutes from now or an hour from now when I check in again, at that point, my foot will be even more able to explore. I can go into what I did and do a little bit more. But if I've pushed too far and pushed into a place where it hurts, it's going to resist. It's almost like it's going to shrink how much it's willing to give me because it's gone, no, that didn't feel good and that wasn't very good. That wasn't safe. That didn't feel reasonable. And so it's going to pull back and be more cautious. So I'm inviting my body to go with what feels good, to go with what feels easy, and to open up and spread out the easiness as the way to bring in new function and new good function into how I use myself after this injury. So there you go. Your tip for today is, if you are recovering from an injury, is to listen carefully to your own body so that you can listen to what feels reasonable, what feels safe, and how to bring new experiences of support and of movement in a way that is lined up with a good way of using your body in order to show your body that the compensating pattern it had going during the injury or during the recovery from the injury is no longer needed. So basically, you don't have to give that up, but your body will probably stop using it because it's not needed and it's not as useful. So when you're doing this stuff, just listen to how your body guides you, listen to the intelligence of your own nervous system to tell you what's enough, and play with how can you spread out what's easy? Because that's how your body really likes learning. It enjoys that, it responds well to that, and it can move quickly with that. All right? So if you have any questions or you'd like some more information, check out my website or get in touch with me. My website information is right below here. I'd love to hear from you. And in the meantime, happy exploring, and we'll see you next time. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.